Living in England has lended itself to some humorous experiences, so I thought I'd share the lessons learned and the memories I've made. Hashtag, the struggle is real. Hashtag, the joy is more real. Hope you enjoy my channel. The joy is real. Hello everybody, thank you for joining me on The Joy is Real. This is episode number 3. Come join me for some tea and crumpets. But I'm not that English. I'm drinking coffee. I'm still trying to learn the art of tea. It's not really my thing. It's growing on me a little bit, but coffee is king. Also, in my coffee, I have, well, it's not full because I drink it, but it has single cream because England doesn't have half and half, and regular milk just does not cut it. So in England you have single cream, which is wonderful. It's great for putting in coffee and such. It's very thick, probably more like the American whipping cream, whereas double cream is like an American dream if you like creamy things like this girl right here. One thing England has taught me is how to do a nice little setup here. We have afternoon teas on a weekly basis with our 2-year-old, and she's so cute with her little teacup. Anyways, so we have this 3-tiered afternoon tea stand. One of the biggest jokes I get when I'm in America is people say, oh, tea and crumpets, and they try to be all like posh about it, but you really just don't understand. So today I want to show you what a crumpet is. Excuse my fingers. This, my friends, is a crumpet. See all those nice holes? That, my friends, is for the butter. This is why crumpets are so good. Oops, I'm not doing a very good job because I can't see. You'll just slather. I did toast these, but it's cooled off just a tiny bit. My husband calls it, it's to hold butter. I forgot the word he uses, but. Now this is an English muffin. In England, they just call them toasted muffins, I think. Toasty muffins. So not quite like an American English muffin. I don't know, our toaster kind of got weird. Also good with butter. I'm going to just get it all set up here so that I can explain to you the difference. I've actually never had one of these before. That's pretty good. By the way, my family and I are pretty low carb. Well, not my kids, but my husband and I. So you're welcome for just really throwing my diet off here for you guys. This, my lovelies, is a scone. So it was like this, much like a biscuit, but it has raisins in it and it's savory. What is so great about scones is this right here. Jelly or jam, depending on which country you live in. In America, you call this jelly. In England, jam. Is that right? Yeah. And this is the lusted after clotted cream. So it's like super thick. As it cools down, it gets runny. It's been out of the fridge for like an hour, so it still has a little ways to cool down. But it's kind of like, you can almost drizzle it. This stuff is amazing. Oh. Okay, so this is why scones are so special and wonderful and important. I think there's a special name for if you put the jelly on first and then the cream, or the cream on first and then the jelly. I don't know. There's a special name for all these things, but I'm learning as I go. So, see this? I even have cute little dishes. I'm trying to be more fancy. Also, I've heard that if you say scone, that sounds more posh than scone. I don't know. I would say scone, but I think English people would say scone. I don't know. I don't really know. Like I said, learning as I go. You're learning with me. Isn't this so fun? It's fun for me because I get to eat it. And then, yay, the good part is a cookie is still a cookie. I broke it in half so it would fit. A cookie is a cookie, I think, to everyone. England or America. Oh, I forgot something. Pause right there. Okay, and then the other thing that I want to talk about before I start eating all this, and you would just watch me chew, is the difference between a biscuit. So in England, a biscuit would be like, oops, It tastes kind of like a graham cracker. If you're American, you know what that is. It's, I don't know, hard and flat. And it's mostly for dipping and dunking in tea, which is really quite nice. But very different than an American biscuit. So an American biscuit, I try to make these, but honestly, it's really challenging because I use an American recipe, and Fahrenheit and Celsius are very different things, and I know that, but the conversion burnt my biscuits. So I'll have to show you what an American biscuit is like. So an American biscuit would be much like a scone, but not sweet at all. It would be more savory. Okay, ready? These are my favorite. This is a sourdough crumpet. And butter drips. Butter just drips all over you. Like, if you were here, you could see on my plate, there's just butter everywhere. So good. Spongy. If you're a texture person, maybe not for you. I think you already saw me take a bite of this. English muffin. Delicious. The king of all afternoon tea additions. The scone with jam and clotted cream. That's it, y'all. Thanks for joining me for tea and crumpets. Excuse me while I go have a carb crash. Click subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody!